They laughed at her, not because she was weak, but because she wasn't like her sister. Akosua tried to weave like Abina, tried to dance like her, tried to be everything the village praised. But no matter how hard she tried, it was never enough. And slowly, she began to believe it. In a quiet village beside the great Volta River, there lived two sisters, Abina and Akosua. Abina, the elder, was known far and wide for her beauty and grace. She wove the finest kente cloth anyone had ever seen. And when she danced at the harvest festivals, the entire village would gather just to watch her. People called her the Golden One. Akosua, her younger sister, was different. Her hands were strong. She could farm better than anyone, catch the biggest fish, and fix anything that was broken. But no one ever sang songs about Akosua. In every story, she was simply the other sister, and slowly, that began to change her. Akosua started trying to become a beaner. She left the farm. She stopped fishing. She tried to weave like her sister, to move like her sister, to be seen like her sister. But her hands were not made for delicate threads, and her strength did not move like grace. The villagers laughed, and with every laugh, Akosua felt herself disappear, a little more each time. Then one dry season, a great storm struck the village. It destroyed their main food store. Suddenly, hunger became a real threat. The chief gathered everyone and said, "If we do not bring food from the distant farms quickly, we will lose everything." They needed strong baskets that could carry heavy loads over long distances. Abina stepped forward confidently. "I will weave them." But the baskets she made were too delicate. They looked beautiful, but they broke under weight. The village grew desperate. That night, Akosua sat alone by the river. For the first time in a long while, she stopped trying to be someone else. And in that silence, she remembered her mother's voice. "Your hands were made for carrying heavy things, my child. That is your gift." Akosua looked down at her hands, rough, strong, capable. For the first time, she didn't wish they were different. The next morning, she went to the chief. "Let me try." Some people laughed. Others doubted her. But Akosua didn't argue. She simply began to work, using the knowledge she had gained from years of farming, from carrying heavy loads, from fixing what others could not. She wove baskets unlike anything the village had ever seen. They were thick, they were strong, and they did not break. She worked tirelessly. And then she did something even greater. She taught the others. Within days, the village had enough baskets. The food was saved. And so was everyone in it. When the chief asked her why she had never shown this gift before, Akosua answered quietly, "I thought the only way to be valued was to be like my sister." She paused. "But today I learned the village didn't need another Abina." She looked at her hands. "It needed me." Abina stood beside her, tears in her eyes. "I never knew my light made you feel small. I'm sorry." For the first time in many years, the sisters embraced. And from that day on, the village sang a new song. One sister weaves beauty, the other carries strength. Neither is less. Both are needed. Sometimes, the greatest mistake we make is believing that someone else's gift is more important than our own. But the truth is, the world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs you, exactly as you are.